Hello, my viewers. Hello, you're welcomed. You're welcomed to my live video. Welcome, everybody. Welcome, everybody. I am waiting for you, my viewers. I have something interesting for you. I have an interesting topic that I want us to share together, that you may tell me your opinion and I may tell you my opinion. Welcome. I'm waiting for you, my viewers. You can say hi that I may get to see you. Joy, you are welcomed. Thank you for joining my live video. Hi, Sally, you are welcomed. Welcome. I'm waiting for you, my viewers. Tante, hello. Thank you for joining in. Welcome, my people. I'm waiting for you. Welcome. I have an interesting topic that we may share and share our opinion about it. Hi, Sifira, you're welcomed. Welcome, my viewers. I'm waiting for you. Just say hi that I may get to see you. Welcome. I'm waiting for you. At least I can see I have 4 viewers. I really appreciate. Thank you so much for joining in. Welcome. Just say hi. Trizamboro, hi. Thank you for joining in. Welcome, my people. Thank you for joining in. Just say hi that I may get to see you. You're welcomed for this live video. I want us to share an interesting topic and what we have learned from it. Welcome. In a few minutes, we are going to start. Please join in so that you are not passed by this interesting topic. Welcome, everybody. Just say hi. And please give this video a like. If you join in, please give this video a like. Thank you, my viewers. I really appreciate. Thank you for joining in. Let me know where you're watching me from. Is it morning? Is it afternoon? Is it evening? As for us here in Germany, it is evening. It's around 8 o'clock. Let me know where you're watching me from. You're welcomed. In a few minutes, we are going to start the video. Thank you for joining in. I'm still waiting for you guys. So today I have an amazing guest with me. She's going to join us. Welcome our guest.
Thank you so much. You should
Yeah.
warn me from there. You're just okay.
Yeah. Welcome our viewers. We are waiting for you. In a few minutes, we are going to start this live video. We want to share what we have. We want to exchange our opinions and maybe discuss what we have learned from this thing that we'll be talking about. Welcome. Welcome, my viewers. For those who are new here, for those who are joining in, as you can see, my names are Anne Friday, and I welcome you all. And I have an amazing topic that I want us to share, discuss, exchange opinions of what we have learned from it. Continue joining in. Join in. We are waiting for you. Welcome everybody. So, my people, today I have an amazing guest, a good friend, and a fellow YouTuber. Please, our guests, say hello to our viewers. Tell them who you are.
So hi guys, hi unscribed subscribers, supporters, fans. My name is Sally Klaus, as you can see. World, that is my channel name. I'm a mom of 3 kids and I live in Germany. Yes, and I'm married.
Wow, an amazing introduction. So,
Simple.
our viewers, thank you for joining in. Let me just give a few of you some shout outs. Hello, Joy. Thank you for joining in. Hi, Sally. Hello, Tante. Hi, Sifira. Thank you for joining in. Hey, Teresa. Thank you. Tante Africa Talk Show. She's also another YouTuber, a friend of ours. Thank you so much for joining in. Chelsea Awesome. Hello, hello. Thank you for joining in, Chelsea. So, my people, today we are going to talk about Virginia. I know most of you people know who Virginia is, and Kamotho and her children, and we are going to discuss about what we have learned from this whole issue that is going around about Virginia and her family. Virginia, for those who don't know, is a Kenyan lady who happened to be in a marriage for a long time, and they had children during the time that she was married. And one time her friend took over her marriage. She took over her home, and Virginia
Best
had
friend.
no option. Yeah.
Um,
Virginia had no option other than to walk away from her marriage because her friend had decided to elope with her husband. And she went, leaving behind her children, and it was a whole issue or too dramatic for her to be able to get access to her children that she had left behind. It was a very painful issue to see her trying to fight to get access to her children or even to get to see her children. And besides that, they had to go to the court, and the court had to make the judgment in order for her to be able to have access and even see her children. Our guest, what will you tell our viewers about Virginia? What do you know about Virginia?
oh
That
yeah,
they
I
may
know.
get to know or have a view who Virginia is.
Yes, I know a lot.
Mhm,
That woman I think we've been following her. I think now 2 years, if I'm not wrong.
mhm.
It's is it 3 years? Yeah,
Yeah, for about
and
2 years.
yeah, she's like our mother because I think she's the age of our mothers or our parents.
Mhm.
And we saw how, okay, according to the main story, looked back how I knew her because I saw her in one of the station where she was crying, fighting for the rights of her children. I don't want to say he was married by but I would say she was somebody who was married by somebody who was commanding her, like she was in a marriage where she had no right. Yeah, and that's why when the marriage was over, she was thrown out, and she didn't have anything. And that's why the problem came. They started getting, pushing one another because of the kids. She was mistreated. We've learned, and I think that one, as married couples, we have learned a lot, and we are learning a lot. And also we're gonna explain also the things that we can avoid also during the marriage, because there are some things that Virginia should have avoided, but she was so naive. And this naivety, there are some people in the relationship, or those who are dating or who will be dating, they should look out for those things, because those are the things that they have built all those things. Yeah.
You are very right. According to my opinion, I would say that Virginia was married because the man had paid dowry.
Mm-hmm.
I remember the first part of the story. The mother-in-law had taken the son to go and pay dowry for Virginia.
Mm-hmm.
Meaning, even if they did not have a church wedding, of which we don't know whether they had a church wedding,
I don't think so.
according to our traditions and according to our culture, she was legally married by Kamotho because he even went far and paid dowry for her.
Mm-hmm.
Our viewers, thank you for joining in.
Mm-hmm.
Uh, Hello,
I would,
Nancy.
mm-hmm.
Hello.
At
At
what?
Toti Talks, thank you for joining in. You're welcomed. So, according to my opinion, she was legally married because Kamotho had paid for the dowry.
Mm-hmm.
And the whole issue, I was so much not in peace after seeing that even our courts, they could not even very fast be able to fight for this woman to be able to get access to her children. And I even used to wonder, how do the roles of Kenya work? Because I mean, one has to fight in order to see the kids, despite the
Mm-hmm.
fact that she had not mistreated those kids for her to be taken away. She had done nothing that was against the law, but the kids were just taken away from her. And it took a whole year or more than a year just fighting to have access or even to be able to see her kids. And
Mm-hmm.
only having to hear that they were enjoying or they were having fun with another woman.
Mm-hmm.
I think that's a topic that we should really think about, we as ladies, and even be able to see or even check the circle of friends that we have. It was more of an eye opener to me to check the kind of friends that you have. How can a friend just come and take over her friend's home, take the husband, and decide to settle with the husband? What would you say about it, Sally?
For me, even before even I go there, I will go back to okay, in that YouTuber, the one we saw, the latest story about Kamotho.
Mhm,
Kamotho said she had a first wife, and it's like she never loved Virginia. She took Virginia to replace as a wife, and Virginia was so naive. I believe she was even virgin. I think she was that from high school or from primary school, wherever she was just, she had not known life. Yeah.
mhm.
So she came from wherever she came and met Kamotho. Kamotho was
Okay.
a very mature man, was very normal man, but here come a nice in love woman. So she married and then she became the wife. Hmm? Because
Mhm,
and then after that she cannot have any say because there's no dating, there's no that he didn't have time to love her, she didn't have time, he didn't have time to love her. For him it was a like she refilled the space because the woman left her. So as a man, you know, most of the Kenyans man or African man, they have to have a wife for them to feel them like they belong to the society. So that was the first mistake where I can say that happened. Virginia was married by a man that never loved her. She loved him,
okay.
and that's why he was saying, "I wanted 4 kids, but she kept on giving birth." You understand? Hmm? So Virginia was, and then there's this situation of the church, of the belief of the church. We don't even know who is who because he said that it was Virginia who was a prophetess or something like that. She said
Mhm,
they had a church that they had rules, yeah, that
mhm,
you cannot even use pills and everything. So for her job was to get kids. And at the so you like for the 11 kids that they were together, didn't he not notice? So that is for me, that is one thing I can say. When people are getting married, don't get married because you want to make society happy. Make sure that you get married because you're friends and you're in love. That is one of the good things that people they are supposed to marry your friend, marry your best friend. That is the society they should learn that one. Before I go even to the dowry. Then come the situation of having kids. Virginia, as naive as she was, hmm, I don't know if she loved the kids. She also had a mistake because she knew this guy is so hard on her. He's like his pastor, his prophet, he's the head, he's everything. Because I believe she was. There are those women who, if you hear her story, he will say and say, yeah, you know, she didn't have any freedom as a woman. Hmm?
yeah.
Like. the guy had to say. So for her, she would. We women, we always see such things in marriage or in a relationship or in friendship. Whatever we see, those things they are always true. But we kind of like assuming. So Virginia, she also had some mistakes because he could have known what kind of a man, and she could have reduced getting babies. Mm? Because this man was a dictator. Mm? She was saying yesterday in her life, we are going to chat, I will wear something and come downstairs, and she will send me, go back, wear something else. And she will go and chat. And then, like, what kind of a marriage or relationship is that? Are we not supposed to be partners? You know, those are the kind of things I'm like learning from that marriage. Anyway, you can continue before I overtake
I
the whole.
agree with you, especially according to the interview that he recently did in Bios TV.
Mhm.
I saw a man who disrespects the mother of his children and who had even the guts to go in the open and call the mother of his children all kinds of words, saying that she was dirty, she was fat,
Yes.
and
Mhm.
it exposes him to the world to see what kind of a man he is. Because I was wondering, didn't he live with that lady for all those years? Didn't he used to see the dirt then?
Remember, he
He
never
just
loved
forgot
her.
that the lady became fat because she had to carry so many children for him, and blaming her for not for having so many children, or even not for taking family planning, not knowing that it is a two-way issue. That if the family planning is not working for the lady, he also as a man has the responsibility. He can use there's I mean the world knows there are so many ways that even a man can do family planning and control the number of children that they are giving.
Yeah.
That portrayed him as a man who really respects a woman and a narcissistic, somebody who can use the other people as a scapegoat, blaming the wife on everything, having children, and blah 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 blah. So many
Mhm.
issues that even didn't really matter. And
Mhm.
being he the person that we know, he even doesn't provide for his children since when the court ordered that the children should go to the mother, and blaming her that she's begging for money in the media, not forgetting that this lady is begging for money in order to be able to build a shelter for his children that he is not providing for.
Mhm.
I don't know what kind of a man he is. Somebody who does not respect the mother of his children, and making her look as if she's the one who was responsible of all these mistakes, and she's not a good woman according to
What
his
a mess.
opinion. But
Yeah.
that's not the way it is, because she had that lady for so many years, and he had to use that lady for all those years. Didn't he see all the issues that he was claiming during the interview, or
Yeah.
was it something new? What do you think about it, Sally? And
Um.
family planning issues, not providing for the kids. Our
There's
viewers,
one thing.
please tell us your opinion.
Tante is saying that woman is a fighter, and imagine without internet or story going viral, maybe even now she wouldn't be hurt. Yeah, that's true.
Mhm. That's true. Teresa
Mm-hmm.
Mboro, interesting topic today. Thank you so much, Teresa. Chelsea, awesome. Kamotho is to blame for all these problems. Let him do, try and blame mama of 12. Okay. Tante, that man is not crazy. Dirty woman, dirty woman, and they used to keep getting children through Holy Spirit or what?
um.
Our viewers, please continue sharing your opinion. It's an open talk. You can tell us your opinion, and we tell you what we think
Awesome.
about it. Mhm.
Maybe there's somebody who thinks that Kamotho has right. Never know.
Yeah.
Let us hear their there was this time she said, yeah, I was yesterday shortly in her live, and she said, I'm hearing nowadays that people they can people can discuss how many kids they want as couple. She never knew that,
Okay.
because I told you she had no say in that marriage.
Mhm.
I think that was like, I don't know if it's our, like, our grand great fathers, or our my dad, the because of our
The
socials.
olden generation, yeah.
Yeah, they were the husband. Women, they can do anything they want with you, or they tell you. They never had say. And
Mhm.
it's very, very unfortunate that Kamotho is still that kind of a man, and she was doing that to Virginia, because Virginia, her job was only to get children. She never knew that we can discuss not to have. She's like, no, nowadays. That woman was like telling me that we plan to have 2 kids. I'm like, do people discuss? She had no idea. She was naive as she got married in love, and she become a good wife. Hmm?
Mhm.
And so this guy was, in fact, was simply using her. And when she says she's dirty, and okay, when I remember, when you go back, uh when she started misusing Virginia sought a refuge to her best friend, because when you realize your man has some
Mhm.
mother rows, some he's treating you some, you have to talk it to somebody. And unfortunately, she trusted her best friend. Hmm? So, and
Yeah.
those things, they continued, and this best friend, maybe I really don't understand, because she was still married to that ex of hers, yeah, before even she came to, and then she moved into probably, I thought maybe it was a plan, so that to make Virginia to come out, because I think her mother was done with Virginia, and he was looking anything he would do to her, so that she will never come back. And that's
Yeah.
why she did that. She forced him, even the 12 children was not even planned. She misused her. She drew her. She was locked. She was like, this woman is not realizing that I don't love her. Like, go out, leave me alone. And those are the things we should realize. If you know you are married, even if it's the sake of children, don't stay in a bad marriage. You will know this guy does not want me. Stop forcing. Hmm? For example, for us here in Germany, we are taking care of single mothers with our kids
Yeah.
if we
Mhm.
have to happen. But in Kenya, they start thinking, or in Africa, oh, how will do my kids will do like this. Eh? Before even a man comes to kill you or to damage you, you have seen those things for so long, and it is time right now. If you notice that it's not working, stop forcing it. Stop
Yeah.
praying and saying God will change him. Mm-mm.
Yeah.
We are not even 1 month, 2 ladies are killed by their husband,
Yeah.
because they are excelling more than their husbands. It's really a hard topic, by the way, and I wish
Yeah.
so
It's a
many
hard
people can
topic.
open their eyes.
Actually, most ladies,
Mm-hmm.
those who stick in abusive relationships, abusive marriages, they stay there because they have children, and they are wondering, if I get out of this home, how will my kids get to feed, or how will I manage to get a shelter for my kids? I think that one is also an eye opener for the ladies, that whenever
Mm-hmm.
you get into marriage or into a relationship, you should always keep fighting or have a plan to be financially independent, you as a lady,
Mm-hmm.
to you as a lady, that if maybe something can happen, or somebody should close the eyes and even ask themselves, what if this marriage fails, or something can happen that my marriage doesn't work out? What can I do? Having a plan B. Okay, that is not the wish of anyone when they get into marriage, but according to how things are turning out to be nowadays, I think we should not invest in love. We should okay, it is good to love, and being loved and loving is a good thing, don't get it twisted, but it's always good to fight to be financially independent,
Mm-hmm.
because you never know what's going to happen tomorrow. We as ladies, it's an eye opener. Look for something that you can do in order for you to be financially stable. And the number of children that you are having, assuming that you can be single, leave alone even divorce, a partner can die, god forbid. How can you move on from there? What can you do, you as a person, to be able to provide for your kids? In my own opinion, I saw a government that is failed, because you have things like
Yes.
FIDA that usually fight for the rights of children, but we never saw anybody standing up to say, hey, this one should not happen. You, Kamotho, and you, Virginia, stand up and look for a solution for the sake of children, for the sake of these human beings that you brought to earth. think of how they are going to be educated, how what they are going to eat, and how their lives will be from here. Yes, it's true we don't love each other, but what about our kids? We made them together. We should plan, or we should think what we are going to do so that they can get good education and all the basic needs, like what they used to get when the marriage was working.
Mm-hmm.
What did you see in our government, Sally, Kenyan government? Did you see anybody trying to fight for the kids? Actually, for the kids, leave around the marriage, because the marriage was two adults who had fallen in love with each other. But what about the kids, who I believe that they were maybe under 18 at that time? Nobody was interested.
I
What's
still
your opinion?
I still before I answer your question, I still remember, or I still say that Kamotho never loved Virginia. And you guys who are listening, can you those who know that story, do you think that Kamotho loved Virginia?
Yeah,
Because
let me read some people's
Mhm.
opinion. Chelsea Awesome. Wow, this is interesting. Atoti. Uh, I don't know the I don't know the people. Okay. The case of death in marriage is too much. Tante Africa Atimzewa Tabitha signed papers to give her permission to go get married to Kamotho.
that
Ah,
is,
that is
it was a
funny.
business, it was a plan. She was, my God.
Chelsea Awesome. These killings of women is so scaring. Yeah, you are right. It's scary. So
Mhm.
what were you saying, Sari? It was a mhm.
I was saying, according to the, the hate he has right now for Virginia.
Yeah,
Virginia is now big. She's becoming slowly a celeb in Kenya.
a celebrity.
She's a
Yeah, she has
strong
a name
woman.
now.
She's a
Mhm,
very beautiful. Her kids are becoming success,
mhm.
and that the whoever Kamotho
Yeah,
cannot fathom that, because for him she is nothing. she, he for him, she should obey him, like Virginia is her slave. So
yeah,
that's why you see this kind of hate. She never imagined that she can worth of something. So
mhm,
anyway, let me go back to the question of our government.
yeah,
Our government has failed so much, so big deal. hmm?
mhm,
Because they watched that drama. I think it was kind of like a drama. It was like a movie that was going all the time, for even for the journalist, they will
mhm.
run during that court time.
Yeah,
I believe the rights of women in Kenya, it's so much under, and as there's no respect for us women or kids, like the way we see in Germany. If we
yeah,
try to differentiate how a woman and kid they are treated in Germany and
mhm,
in
mhm.
Kenya we are not even recognized.
Yeah,
Only those who have money,
yeah,
any Kenyan man who has something, or who is something, or who is somewhere, a teacher, a lawyer, those are okay. But for those poor women who are in the villages, who are being fighted by their husband, who are they are not recognized by the government, unfortunately. Hmm?
yeah,
Because, for example, let's say there's a woman in Limuru who is being beaten and taken the kids. Yeah,
mhm.
if there's nobody around that area, remote area, who knows somebody in Nairobi to help her,
Yeah,
that case is gone like that.
mhm.
And it's so very, very unfortunate that the government should look in every village, in every county, that there's an office for where the women and kids should be protected, because we are not protected. Kenyans in Africa, I don't know whether another Africa can say, I can talk about my country, Kenya. Women and children are not protected. And that's why you see there's a lot of chokoras all over loitering. There are a lot of women who are doing sort of all the things to search for the kids, because they have nobody. Once
Yeah,
the guy shut you out of the door, you have
yeah,
nowhere to go. Even your parents are even disowning you. Hmm?
yeah,
So our government should take care of a child, of a mother and a child. That is something that should be so taken care. And I really hope that one day, one time, the way we see, like in these Europe countries, like German, for example, because we live here, the way they take care of a woman comes number one, and a
yeah,
child, and then a woman. Those are always number one.
yeah,
Unfortunately, I hope and I pray that one day, one time,
mhm.
in Africa, a woman will be taken like something jewel, because without a woman, there will be no generations.
Yeah,
Because we are the one who give birth to the next government, to the next society. Unfortunately, we are not even recognized. We are raped, we are thrown out, we are misused, we are killed.
Yeah.
And still those guys, they're still moving there. Yeah.
Joseph Njoroge, love the topic. In Kenya, we talk of kujiita mkutano. Sifira Njoroge, don't forget that Tabitha was Virginia's best friend. Very true. Chelsea, awesome. Njoroge, I like it. Kujiita mkutano na make yourself the chairman. Tante Africa, the difference of kids rules in Germany and Kenya, it's like day and night. Very true. Nancy Maina, such a great topic. Killing is happening daily.
Mm-hmm.
You are right. So, Toti has just asked us, who is Virginia? She has no idea who is Virginia. I'm very sorry, Atoti, that the whole video was done in mother tongue, that is Kikuyu, but I will try to explain who is Virginia. Virginia is one lady in Kenya who was married by a man called Kamotho, and they lived together as a couple for so many years, and they got children, 12 kids, and at one time, the best friend to Virginia, who used to come and clean, who used to come and help her when she had those children, just took over, decided to elope with her husband. And Virginia had to move out. She had to exit. She had to be kicked out so that Tabitha can take over. And believe you me, now it's 2 years and they are still together and they are claiming that they are happily married, and I cannot be able really to explain what a situation it was, because the husband to Tabitha, the lady who took over Virginia's home, was also married to another man. And they claim that the man who had married Tabitha gave her permission, gave her a written letter telling her she can be married by Kamotho. I don't know whether you have ever experienced such a situation. Maybe our guest Sari Kraus, you can try and explain to Atoti who is Virginia and Kamotho. Sorry that the whole story and all the media were covering it in Kikuyu.
I totally asked that. I can't see that question.
Yeah, it
Are you
was
sure?
like
Because I
the
thought it
second
said,
question from Atoti who is Virginia. She don't know. She has no
okay.
idea who is Virginia.
Okay, because it's all over Africa. I saw that and I'm
Yes.
like, maybe you confused. Maybe okay.
Mhm.
Yeah, I think you just explained who is Virginia. It's a mother who was somewhere stranded with her kids who were taken by the husband who I think he's a narcissistic. I think I can call him
Yeah,
like that.
all the qualities.
Yeah, he's
He
an
has all the qualities of an narcissistic.
Genau. I think
Mhm.
exactly we can say that, yeah. And yeah, as I said, unfortunately, I think that marriage was done, and that woman did never. I think she never realized that the guy didn't love him, because I know that was not the man. Maybe he loved her the first 2 years where he got the 2, 3 kids, yeah. But with time, when she continued getting the kids, I don't know. I can say that word in English. Komonyarara. I think he
Hating on her
not even hate.
or
It's
undermining her.
yeah, kind of like ekla, and like something he had that thing, and that's why. Because how do you lock a mother of your kids in a house, and then you send your kids to feed her?
Mhm.
Hmm? So
Can
we
you
don't know
imagine?
what kind of a demonic things was happening in that house. So yeah, I think you explained this very well. Yeah, but now that woman has her YouTube channel almost with 50,000 YouTubers
Yeah,
subscribers. Her kids
subscribers.
are
Yeah,
very successful, and now the guy just came with another vernacular video and tormenting her, abusing her, calling her all the kind of dirty things that are in this world. Like, how can you even say that I call her Nyakanga? Really? Eh? So yeah, those are the things. I think Kamotho's situation is for women who are, or for anybody. There are even men who are also misused or They are not staying in the marriage because of the kids. So it's up time we African we stop having that. You cannot take care of kids on your own. It is
yeah,
high time, because either you choose to stay in that bad marriage, and anytime you can go to the grave, or you choose to walk out, hmm, and you walk out safe with your kids wherever you go. God will provide.
yeah,
And that's why nowadays, go to school, make sure you have your own course, because whenever Virginia had nothing. She was staying at home, she was being brought everything. Eh? But
Yeah.
any man who have a woman who is also bringing something, he doesn't even, he will lose. Because whenever he think I want to get out of to get out of with this wife, or to, he know after he drop she drop after he drop her, somebody will pick her, because she's
Yeah.
a very energetic woman. So let us have, remove also that mindset that I want a husband with money.
Mm-hmm.
Why don't I say I want a husband who is like me, who we have the same qualities. Like if I bring 50, he bring 50, then we have 100. Hmm?
Mm-hmm.
That narrative that I'm going to stay at home and I'm gonna be brought. I think also that's the thing that also finish in women. We are disrespected, because when we go to school, we have our colleges, we have our degrees. Nobody. And then show me any marriages that women are domed or they are learned and men are learned, and that marriage is not working. Majority kind of marriages, they work because they are respect. But once maybe you're class 8 or from 4 and you have nothing, you have 2, 3, 4, 5 kids, and you're just staying at home, sleeping maybe with a handy, that man starts, or that it can't even be the other way around. There are men who stays at home and women are working. But at the end of the day, in that marriage, they come this head because I don't want to work the whole day and I come somebody sleeping on the sofa. Hmm? So yeah, those are the kind of the things we should it should be avoided nowadays, to avoid such
Just
a
li-
messy marriage.
just like I've said, that was an eye opener to me, and I believe to other ladies as well. We should
Mhm.
fight to be financially independent. We should
Very
look
good.
forward to making our lives better every day, not just staying there. And
Hmm.
always, okay, having a plan. If things don't work out, how can I move on from there?
Hmm. Yeah.
Not making like a love is an investment of or something of that kind. But as we talk this, we are talking out of love. We love Mom Virginia. We support you, and
Yeah.
I even request our subscribers to go and subscribe for that lady. This is the only way that she can get something retro to be able to provide for her kids. We love her. She's a
Hmm.
God fearing lady, and she has stood strong. Trust me, if it was for other people, they would have collapsed long time ago. You can imagine being kicked out with 12 kids, and your husband, the so-called husband, elopes with your best friend, leaving you with kids, no support, nothing. Actually, at this moment, Kamotho, instead of coming out to condemn Virginia, he he should have stood like a man and say that I'm taking all the responsibilities. I have myself to blame, instead of using this blame game, like acting like is an scapegoat or something of that kind. It was her, using very bad words, not caring
Well,
that her children are listening, and not forgetting that the internet never forgets, not caring even that her children are having children, and now he's a grandfather, and he should say a word that is very meaningful, and he should look for solution, instead of putting everything together and making the wounds afresh by
yeah.
condemning her, abusing her, calling her every kind of words. He who should have looked for solution, find a solution. Now let's come together. Let's look for a solution. How are these kids? Yes, I accepted that the kids are there, and I don't have an option. Though I had the plan for 4 kids, as he said in the interview. The kids are there. What do we do? We should plan how these kids are going to get basic needs, education, food, clothes to wear, and so on and so forth, instead of rubbishing the woman, calling her every kind of words that we cannot even mention in public, not forgetting that the internet never forgets. He is setting a bad example to his very own children and even to the public. And even these men who think that they can just have kids anyhow and just walk away in freedom, not
Hmm.
not wanting or even not thinking what their kids, or taking action of their deeds, responsibility of their deeds, of the children
Hmm.
that they created. I think it's high time that the government should step up and make rules, or have something like children support, that if one makes kids and they are not ready to stay with those kids, they should like support them, or they should make a plan of how school fees and basic needs are going to be provided to these kids, because they are innocent, the kids are innocent. Hakuna
Yeah.
mtu alituma barua ati nataka kuzaliwa. So
No.
if people produce those kids, it's good that they should have a plan, and they should produce them knowing that they can never run away from it. What do you think about that issue, Sally?
Maybe
Our
that's true.
viewers, please tell us your opinion. Please tell us your opinion as we share what we think. It's an open talk. Please share your
Hi,
opinion.
Agnes. Agnes is saying hi.
Yeah.
I
Agnes
see you
Nyawera,
guys.
hi Ann and Sally.
She's my
Sally na kutafuta
subscriber.
kila pahali. Sifira Njoroge Atoti Talks also Atoti Talks also covered that story. Sante Africa Talk Show, the time mtu ameamua kutoka, it has to be final. Don't try to go back hata kuchungulia. It should
Yeah.
be over. Well said, Tante. Theories. Sorry, I'm late. It's okay. You are welcomed. This is a good topic. Yeah, it's a good topic. We also think the same. Joseph Njoroge, my take is that lack of financial independence is the cause root of many gender-based violence, mostly
Yeah,
in Kenya.
that's true.
Yeah. What's your
That's
opinion
true.
about it? About the men who are making kids and they run away from them. They just think that they can misuse
Um,
ladies and the government takes no action. I think it's
unfortunately,
high time our government makes rules to be able to govern this issue. That if anybody makes kids, they should be responsible of their actions. They should not think that they are just going to walk free. And
unfortunately, yeah, yeah.
and put it like a brain game. It is the lady who did not use family planning. It is bra 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 bra, all kind of things. I
Mm-hmm.
think it's high time that our government come up with rules or actions that should be done in such cases. And this is the root cause of all problems. That's why some kids are walking in the streets. This is the reason, as you said, Sally, why some kids are in the streets like the chokoras, because of our irresponsibilities.
Mm-hmm.
What's your opinion, my guest?
Um, First of all, our country, Kenya, should provide for those kids who are not unwanted kids, because there was a woman who was on the street, and then she got pregnant, and she did not want that kid.
Yeah.
And when that kid feel unloved or
Mhm.
uncared, that kid walks away,
Yeah.
and the father was not even known. So first of all, we should have a in every county, or in every oh my god, my brother called. Oh my god, I'm lost. Oh, I'm back. Sorry, sorry, sorry. I hope you won't call again because I cancelled. Um. Anyway, um, sorry, he brought me out of my. So I was saying we should have those even support center for the children, those kids who are unwanted kids, because when the mother, or it was a mistake, and or she doesn't have money, there are those mother who are, but then there are those mother, we all of us women, we are not all of us mothers. Some are born to be mothers. Some are born to be like a passerby. You are like a street, like you are like not even a street. You are like a. There are those women who give birth,
Mhm.
and then they give the kids to the next, and that's why I love in America, or in Germany. If you give mostly it's in America. If you give a child, you can adapt it. You can even not even see it or even detach it, because some of us women, we are not born to be mothers. Hmm? And some of us are force ourselves to look for the kids, and that's where you find there are some happy parts, because I don't, as a mother, I don't know how I can leave my kids under 18 years, and I even know I go in 6 months, 1 year, 2 3 years, but there are those who does that, because they are not born to be mothers. But because our society, African society, every woman should have a child. Some of them have, or even every man should get married. Hmm? So those is one of the things that they bring, such kind of thing. I have to get, my mother is always, I want to be my grandfather. I want to be a grandma or grandpapa. So I have to give birth. So this guy, He's not even interested in the kids, but because the mother is always asking and saying, see your brother, see your sister, get the kids. Hmm? And so she has to marry a woman that she does not love. So that is a marriage that is made out of not of love but because of the society. So at the end of the day, that marriage can never last forever. Maybe
Yeah.
what maybe 0.5%. So those kids, they will be left with the family members, with grandparents, and such of the kids, they cannot stand because they are mistreated. We know those stories where the kids are mistreated. Hmm? So that is first of the things. If people they don't want to get kids, let them not be forced by the society, because then we will reduce getting to these kids, and then we will reduce the kids that are on the street. I hope I'm not getting people are not getting me wrong. Hmm? Because oh, you are saying not you should not give birth. Hmm? No, giving birth is okay. But and then our society, for those kids who are left, stop letting them. Like, imagine in Nairobi, even those government, they are still seeing those kids borrowing. Hmm? So at least our society, and I wish and I hope and pray one day that one day, because like in Germany, every kid must go to school. I don't know.
Yeah.
I think there's no kids who loiter here. Either they're in kinderheim or they're in a how do you call kinderheim? Hmm?
A
Every
home
kid
for the
for kids,
for children, yeah.
yeah, or even
Children's home.
yes, or even a flege family, a family that can you close the door, Jeremy? And or the families they are family who are always taking those kids to take care of them. Hmm?
Yeah.
So if we have such kind of things in Kenya, unfortunately, there is another thing. If a couple, oh, I see my subscriber here. Hi, Tesh. Exactly. If I see if a girl come is out of high school and goes
Yeah.
to get a job in Nairobi and get her pregnant or any other girl, and the guy is not working in a government, that
Yeah.
child will go unpaid.
Mhm.
Today, if you are a soldier or a policeman and you give a certain woman pregnant, and that woman is clever enough and take you to feed her, do you know you'll pay that child so long as you're working in that company? Hmm?
Okay.
Nowadays, you can do that. But
Mhm.
how many Kenyans are working in office? Very
Very
less,
few.
very
Very
few.
few. Yeah.
So those are the things I think we can never avoid. But it's time now that we stop forcing people to get married, to get partners. I had another girl in YouTube saying, I will never want have to have kids. I don't want to have kids. And I respect her because I'd rather she's saying that than have kids and then they're mistreated or they're left. So it's a lot that our government have messed really up. It's about political, but a girl child, a boy child, a woman, they are forgotten.
Okay. Atoti talks, men, please take your responsibilities fully. You have you have girl child, don't you think if one treats them badly, you would feel
How would you
it's you,
feel?
Atoti? Hello, host and guest. Hello, Tesh. Welcome. Atoti, we have to meet and make a big show. It's a great show. Thank you
Mm-hmm.
so much, Atoti. Tesh, great job, ladies. Thank you so much, Tesh. So,
Mm-hmm.
our viewers, our guest is saying that we should let it be for those people who want a child free ride. What do you think? What's your opinion, our viewers? Should we let them have a child-free life as they choose instead of having kids and letting them to go to the streets or becoming irresponsible? She's saying that it is not everybody who is called to motherhood. It is not everybody who is called to fatherhood. If somebody decides to have a child-free life, we should let them. And it's
Yeah.
high time, according to her, that the society stop judging people, especially those who say that they want to have a child-free life. What do you think? Please let us know your opinion. And
Mm-hmm.
as for the Doita, he was do you think that his talk and the way he was talking in the interview, it is like, in my opinion, it is like it was scripted. It's like he was told what to
Mm-hmm.
say. And this
Okay.
young man who
Mm-hmm.
is of 21 years old, he's like in a confusion. He's afraid, if I say this, maybe dad will hate on me. If I say this, maybe mom will hate on me. If I
Mm-hmm.
go to mommy, maybe I'll never see my dad, and vice versa.
Yeah.
He is in a confusion. What should we do to our children? In such cases, we should think that in cases where there are divorces or there is separation, that our children are being affected, and they are the ones who suffer the most. And it is very important that every couple should take over their responsibilities. And I support you, Sally. Those who want to live child-free life, let it be. Other than giving back to children and letting them suffer, not taking care of their needs, or even without worrying, just giving them for the sake of giving them, but just to please the society. Our viewers, let us know your opinion. Phyllis Wanjiro, very true. Our government should do something about it. I agree with you, Phyllis. What do you think? Was his words scripted? According to the way he was saying, I have done welding, I have done drive. It's like he's not sure. I have gone to school. It's like it was somehow scripted, or he was told what to say. Or maybe he was amid this fear. Maybe if I say this, I'm going to shame my mom, I'm going to shame my dad, or maybe dad will kick me out, or if I'm kicked out, will I ever have a chance to see my father? What's your opinion about what this young man was saying? As he said, I thank God and we are happy that he accepted to open up, and he said that he doesn't want to do things in front of the camera. He does not want anything to do with the camera. But in my opinion, his words and how he was presenting himself, it's like
Yeah.
it was scripted. What do you think? Our viewers, please let us know your opinion.
Tesha's opinion here. My opinion, men take responsibility, but ladies, please, we all know what leads to pregnancy. Let's be in a position to decide to have children because you can take care of your children regardless.
Very
Yeah,
true.
yeah, again, I exactly. Um, there was also a point I forgot. For those who are like, I don't know why a man will give a birth to a child and never even want to take care of a child. Remember Obama. If the father had abandoned her, yeah, left her in USA and never had anything to her, Obama will never have come to her grandmother, to his grandmother. Yeah. So even if okay, I know there are some women who pushes their husbands back or their boyfriend. You are nothing's doing nini. So we also have to blame at the same of time. But if a guy want to be in the life of his child, even if he has nothing, no money, please allow her to get the bond with the child. And you as a guy, if you go and father, if you can't sleep with a woman and father her, then you're also old enough to take care of that child. Hmm? Please take care of that child because you never know what will become of you. Imagine if our parents with you and they never took care of us, we will not
Imagine.
be here. Eh?
Mm,
You will never made here. Maybe you'll have gone to being street children. We've been somewhere. I don't know. Eh? But because our parents never gave up on us, they took care of us. Now today we are people who we can go back and say, "Thank you, mommy, that you took care of me." Anyway, let me go to the back. Zoita, I think Zoita, it's he's I don't know if he's 100%, but those are the things that his father has been feeding him day and night.
mhm.
He is
It
not himself.
looks
He
scripted.
only
Yeah.
have that hate. Eh?
Mhm.
Unfortunately, like he's becoming like his father. Eh?
Yeah.
He's been brainwashed. Because you remember if you we were watching some past videos, Moyo, boy, yes, the big one, the older one. What's her name? Um,
Nyawera?
yes,
Nyawera.
Nyawera. Nyawera hated her mother and she even fought her mother.
You
Hmm?
can imagine.
Imagine today she's the one who always cried that, "Mom, forgive me that I beat you."
I
Hmm?
really thank God because of her that she was in a position to recognize her mistakes and
Yeah.
to go and apologize to her mother as long as she's living, to go and apologize to her so that she
Mhm.
can forgive her and they can call it a thing of the past.
Yeah.
Continue, our guest.
I will not say it was scripted. Also, I'll be also like Chelsea. Chelsea.
Mhm.
I would say that he's confused and he was he. This is what he's been fed. That's him. I saw his mother is seeing him outside. He cannot even look like my mother. No respect. He doesn't know anything. And that guy is always locked in that home. He has no friends. He's not going to high school. He never went to any high school after class 8. Hmm? He's not meeting with another society. He doesn't know. It's
Meanwhile,
only what Tabitha feeding it,
mhm,
what Tabitha feeding him, and also what his father feeding him. So
mhm,
I would say it's brainwash that is taking over, but deep down it's not him. He cannot do that to his mother because one side he say I still love my mother. I can meet him
mhm.
without these cameras, and at the same time you see him leave me alone. I'm okay. I won't come. You know, it's that kind of brainwashed. This kid is it's for example, even if I right now I have 3 kids, and if I show them the other people, they are not nice, they are always bad people, those things they will get in their system, in their blood, and their core, in their
Yeah,
head. Yeah. So
yeah,
that is a
very true.
brainwash, that is the subject. She's, look at your mother there, look the way she's praying there in the internet, she's so stupid, she's hey, how can even she this okay, like for him the mother of her 12 children disgust her,
Yeah,
and he was doing that interview in front of his wife, so his wife and his
yeah.
son
That's
with Betty
mhm,
Bio. And for sure Betty Bio, okay, I don't have anything about her, but as a woman who passed the kind of, she took that the way she was laughing. Are we supposed to fight for each other, or are we supposed to bash each other as women?
mhm. I
Having
wonder.
passed the same process, she passed the
Mhm.
same process.
Yeah, yeah. It's true.
She
Yeah.
said her own story. His
Mhm,
ex-husband never loved her. She would
mhm,
bring other women in her home. She had
yeah.
forgotten so quickly. Hmm?
Mhm.
So anyway, let me not talk about her. It's not about her today, but it was not an amazing talk or video.
Yeah. Uh, okay. Chelsea Awesome. No, it was not scripted. He's just confused about the whole issue. Yeah,
Okay.
it might be maybe he's confused and wondering maybe if I say this, I might offend my mother, I might offend my father. If he kicks me out, maybe I'll never have a chance to call him father or even to come and see him. Maybe he was somehow confused. You are right. We are just sharing our opinion. Another point that God loves divorcees, but He hates divorce. Or God God loves divorcees, but the Word of God says that He hates divorce, but
Mm-hmm.
He loves divorcees. It's okay, it is hated, but what does
Mm-hmm.
the Word of God tell us? If there is anything like
Mm-hmm.
uh, being unfaithful,
Mm-hmm.
that's one of the reasons as to why marriages can break, and we don't have to
When a
stick to.
woman, when a woman is unfaithful, I think not even men.
Mhm.
I don't know if they buy. I can't know. I
Do you
don't know
mean
about
that
that.
men are given the chance to be unfaithful,
I don't know, but I
or
think
what do
they
you think?
always say. If somebody knows about that verse, maybe she can tell us there. But I always think if a woman cheats to his
Mhm.
husband or is not submissive, I don't know, but I hope it's true for both. I really hope, and I'm sure that it speaks for both. Hmm?
I believe it speaks for both. That the reason as to why the marriages can be broken, one of the main reason is that.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
But nowadays the issues have increased so much. The violence cases have increased so much, and I think that we should not suffer. We should not continue staying in violent relationships, in
Yeah.
violent marriages, only to abide there because it is written or because your pastor tells you to stay there, because I believe that it is better a divorcee or somebody who
Mm-hmm.
walks out of a relationship when
Mm-hmm.
she's whole, when she's
Mm-hmm.
alive, instead of getting a dead body. What's your
Yeah.
opinion, our viewers? Should we stick to marriages, or when they become violent, should we just walk away? What do you think? I think most of the people and most people who are in marriages are dying in marriages because of things like I'm afraid that the society is going to be judgmental. I have kids with this man. What am I going to do about them when I walk away? But I think it is better to walk out of a relationship or out of a marriage if things doesn't work. If it turns into an abusive marriage, If it turns into a violent marriage or relationship, it is better to walk out. Vitu zitajipanga huko mbele mbele. Just start doing anything, start anywhere, believing God that God is going to bless the work of your hands. What do you think, our guest?
About divorce.
Yeah.
I think I'm a little bit westernized. I'm sorry to say that.
Mm-hmm.
Because I don't believe in a marriage where a woman is not be respected or a man
Yeah.
is not be respected. A marriage that you cannot even look at each other and you tell each other that you love you, I love you. I like a marriage that you are not friends, because first in the marriage you should be friends. Hmm?
Yeah.
That's what I believe. Because when you are friends, you are able to communicate. You are able to sit down and say, one, two, and three has happened. What can we do? How are we going? How is the financial status? How can we do this and this? Yesterday, when you were there, you did something. It hurt me. Hmm? So, because when you become an animal in your marriage, when you become an enemies, when you become fighting, when you become like strangers, that's why you take time and talk to your best friend. Because in a marriage, there's no best friend.
Yeah.
There is no, maybe we can talk that later about best friends. But when you are in a marriage, your husband, your wife, if I'm talking something wrong, guys, you can tell me. But I've been married 10 years, and I can proudly say there is not even a single day I took my telephone and I called my mom. Mom, my hubby is doing this and this. Then I call my best friend. Actually, my hubby is doing this and this. No, I don't do that. My marriage is for me and my husband. Whatever he does, if I have to tell you something about my husband, for sure it will be something good, positive. Trust me. If there's anything that it's my naked, I'm like bringing my nakedness out when I'm coming and telling you my husband is doing one, two, three, and four. And then after 2, 3 days, I've forgotten. And
Yeah.
then I call my mom or my dad, and then I'm like, Dad, Mom, my hubby is doing this and this. After 1 year, we go. My mother, hey, my son-in-law.
Yeah. Yeah.
You see
I
how
think
it
that's something
is.
something good that we should learn from you.
The moment that marriage, you cannot trust your husband. You cannot tell
Mm-hmm.
him you cannot speak your marriage. You're even thinking to go and call pastor. My God, who is pastor? He's another man with
Yeah.
a marriage like you. I'm not saying that you don't go to pastor, but it should not reach to that point that where you are getting a man or a woman to give you, like, seriously. Let's try to open. If you cannot work together in your bedroom, and do you think calling other people will make things work? I don't know. Maybe I'm maybe that category. But I believe as a husband and wife, when it's not working, even if somebody comes, it cannot even work. Hmm? Let us go to my pastor and pray. Maybe something you can do is therapy. Therapy, I can tell somebody, go to therapy, because then you sit down. When you go to therapy, you sit down and you start communicating in front of somebody. It is so bad, because it's reached to that point where I cannot talk to my husband at our bedroom. I have to get and go and pay somebody so that I go and sit and we talk. If it reaches there, then it's not worth it.
Yeah.
My 2 cents. Hmm? So let's marry our best friends.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, for those who are married, maybe to get like papers or something, that is something else. But if you are settled in wherever you are
Mm.
and you want to make a home, make sure it's somebody that you can cry on every day. When you need somebody to hug you, he's always there. But not somebody who is seen like you're dirty, you're doing this and this. Hmm?
I
I don't
totally
go.
agree with you.
Yeah. Hmm?
Chelsea, awesome. Okay, I think I read that one. Teshwan Juguns. A woman will always be judged harshly by the society, but don't suffer in silence when you are dead. The same people will start asking why you didn't leave. You are very true, Tesh. Joseph Njoroge, walk out of that marriage if it's not working. You can't tolerate violence. Very
Yeah.
true. I think that, in my opinion, I think that maybe Virginia stayed in that marriage or in a relationship, whatever you call it, because he was fearing to be condemned by the society. And maybe he was afraid because she was afraid because the word of God says that marriage is no should not be broken. by other things other than maybe adultery. As we can see that she's a Christian woman, a God-fearing woman. Maybe she was afraid that the society is going to be judgmental, and maybe what kind of life her children will be living after that. What do you think, our viewers? Please give us your opinion. Let us know your opinion. Should
Mhm.
one suffer? Should one stick in a violent relationship or in a violent marriage, fearing that maybe the children or fearing that the society is going to be judgmental? Our guest has just told us that she likes the Western world, whereby if things don't work, in most cases they don't go to an extent of inviting a third party to come and help them find for a solution. If it doesn't work between us, we walk away, we separate, we divorce, and the society will has accepted it. They have accepted it. I think it's high time that we, maybe if not Africans, maybe as Kenyans, we learn to accept the way things are. If it's not working, let us accept, let us appreciate those divorces, because we don't know what they went through.
Yeah.
I
Mhm.
mean, it is better for them to walk out of marriage, to walk out of relationship when they are alive, instead of having them when they are dead, and then we start like a blame game, ati mbona hakutoka na alikuwa anajua things were never working out.
Yeah.
Karanja Kamau, I have just joined in, never got advance invite. Okay, sorry. Next time we will invite you.
Mhm.
Karanja Kamau, please tell us what you think. Is it good for somebody to walk out of marriage because it is getting violence, or it is becoming abusive? Tante Africa Talk Show, or or maybe the church, because churches nowadays after divorce you don't get sacrament again. And they even take the kitamba, their woman's guilt.
They can take everything from me, but I will not live with somebody who does not respect me, sleeping with other women, getting other kids, slapping me. For what? You can take everything you want. I will even walk out of that marriage if I have to. So
Yeah.
trying for my life and my life for my kids. Hmm?
Yeah.
So
I, thi- I think our government should start putting conditions or a system whereby women and children are being supported.
mhm,
And if we have such a system, it is going to let women be in relationships or in marriages, because there is love. There is love
yeah.
being served in that marriage, in that
Mhm,
relationship. If it's
mhm,
not working, they will courageously walk out of it, knowing that they'll never sleep hungry and they will never lack a shelter on top of their head, or their children will never fail to go to school because they don't have finances or something of that kind. It's high time that our government does something to help the women and the kids, because we know that women and the kids,
mhm,
they are
mhm.
future's generation. They are the tomorrow of each and every country. What do you think, our guests? Should our government do something to be able to put conditions or a situation whereby women and kids are being taken care of? Because I believe if we had such a system, if we had such organizations, we wouldn't be having kids in the streets. We wouldn't be having chokoras or people who are claiming to sleep hungry.
First of all, I think I talked of that point, and what I can add on that is, first of all, before even we reach on the government, can we talk to the families?
Yeah.
If you see your sister, the marriage is not working, know she had done and she has cried enough. If you see your brother, the marriage is not working, stop blame game. Like
Yeah.
he's so he cannot stay with one woman. Stop the blame game. If it's not working, stop forcing people to stay. If you're a mother and you have a daughter who is married, if she comes and tell mommy I can't anymore, don't start staying with your children after 1 week and then you're like, no, you see, if you're in your house, you'll not be disturbing me. Let us learn how to welcome back, like to hold back before they go to, because sometimes they think, okay, now she's back with her two children, now she's in trouble me. Eh? Now the money, nini, nini. And then at the end of the day, the woman has to go back because she's already feeling the hate. She's feeling that she's not wanted. There was a story last year in, I think in Kiambu. That woman had fought with her husband and she went home. And when she went home with her kids, her mother told her to come back, to go back to the husband. I think after 1 or 2 days, she was found dead with her two kids in the on the dam. So I don't know if she killed herself because she could not imagine being thrown out of the on the mouth of a snake, or that anything that is dangerous like a lion, and somebody saved you, and whoever hold you tell you no, no, I don't have a place for you, want to throw you back there. So if a mother today, she cries every day, I'm sure, to her sleep. Hmm? Because it was all over in the media. I don't remember, but I think it's around Kiambu, Nairobi. There, they were found, I think, in Nairobi Dam or something like that. What if that mother accepted her? I will not. You with your two kids, sitashindwa na nyinyi. Hmm? So before even we go to the to the government, because government is government. Hmm? Let's go back to the family, to
Mhm.
the sister. And if your sister calls you today and tell you, Anne, I
Mhm.
can't more, I can't anymore with that guy. Hmm?
Mhm.
You as a big sister or a small sister, hmm? Sit down and tell her, if you really don't want to come, stay with the mom for 6 months or
Mhm.
for even 1 year. If you won't reconcile, or you won't come and talk to, and you think it's not work, then
Yeah.
it's a time now you start doing a business, start your own life. Hmm?
Mhm.
Instead of like sending them back. Anybody that marriage is not working, believe me, they have tried,
Yeah.
they have fought, they have cried, they have slept different rooms, they have done everything. Hmm? So for me, as a family, it's high time let accept our families back. No, at now the family will start talking about that you come back. Coming back what? There will be less of killing and less of miss like anyway. Oh my god.
Image Kenya TV. Hello, beautiful ladies. Thank you so much. Hello to you, Image TV Kenya. Karanja Kamau. And also, I think most ladies are being brainwashed by the so-called pastors. The Bible is very clear in Ephesians 5 verses 25. Husbands, love your wives.
Period.
Period. Very good point. Thank you for giving us this quotation, Karanja Kamau. Chelsea, awesome. Imagine the marathon lady Wazazi said she should go back and try to solve Namze. Hey, that's a
You
tough
see,
one.
they she's killed
That's a
because of
tough one. I think they should have saved the daughter if they accepted her. Karanja Kamau also says, my sister Kahindoa is not working. Walk out. A
the
husband is not oxygen. As a Christian, if I have Jesus, I have everything. Hubby or wife is a blessing from God. Amen. Very true. Tante Africa, mimi niliruka kipetero huyo. Guide will never forget me. I calculated my exit like an Israel FBI story of another day. Oh, this one we must share, Tante Africa.
Aki, let us chat, guys. We're 11 people here. Let's hear your
Let's
views
chat,
about
yeah.
it.
Let's
If I'm
interact.
wrong, say Sally, you are not. I'm not advocating for divorce,
Yeah.
but I'm not advocating for marriage that you have to hold there. You are married and unasikia bwanako like unashtuka. You don't even have that freedom. Hmm? Like, I'm not advocating for divorce, or or maybe I believe, okay, for me, I have this, maybe my self confidence a little bit high. There are those people, they are not like me. Hmm?
Mhm.
And we are born also different like that. But when you know what is right for you, imagine, even if you are that campole, that people who does not talk, you
Mhm.
will stand for your own right. Hmm?
Yeah.
So guys, can you talk? Can you let us know about, before we end the show? Let us know
Yeah.
what you think about
Let us know
the
your
marriage
opinion.
today's society. What we are saying, are we making any sense, like, by the way, or we are just labalabaring here? Let us hear, guys. Hmm?
Yeah. And please don't forget to give this video a like.
Thumbs up.
Uh,
Yeah.
uh, yeah,
Yeah.
thumbs up.
Yeah.
Sally
Mhm.
Krause, what about those people who are clinging on relationships, clinging on marriages? Yani, you tell them, I don't like you, I don't love you, but they are still clinging there. It doesn't matter. Who knows, maybe Kamotho had told Virginia in a peaceful way, let us part ways, but she never had. Okay, I don't know. It's just a question. Who knows? People who cling on marriages, cling on relationships, they are trying to force things to work. Wenye wakiacho hawachiki. Our viewers, what's your opinion about it? Watu wenye wanawachwa lakini hawachiki. What should we tell them? What do you think about it, Sally?
I think most of us, it's there are those men. Most of I think for men it's easier. If the woman does not want you, most of the men, they accept it.
Yeah.
The problem is you will never have they say that you never be happy. Some of them even they turn and kill you. Yeah. Hmm? But for the ladies, there are those ladies, we love too much sometimes. I'm a lady, I know. Hmm?
Yeah.
We love sometimes too much, and when these guys start having some ladies, even bringing ladies, because there are those stories in YouTube, bringing those women in the house, telling you to sleep on the sofa. My God, the next day it will find me in Kisumu. My God, not even, like, seriously, what kind of a love is that, guys? Somebody is bringing a woman. I would not even wait. A woman. If I smell like you're treating like me like
Or
this,
suspect.
yeah, I suspect. No, no, not even suspect. Smell. You know, before I suspect.
Yeah.
One, two, three. And then I see you're hiding your phone. Then it's a sign for me to start exiting. Hmm? So
Plan
let us
B.
not force let us not force ourselves in a marriage that is not working. That is like in the name of being married, you cannot believe you want to stay to be a second wife or the third wife. If you're okay to be second wife, well and good, then stay for the sake of the kids. But if he can provide and he's not beating you, he just brought another wife and you say as a second wife. For me, I can't. But for you, if you can say as a second wife
Well
because
and
of the
good.
kids.
Yeah.
But don't stay with somebody who is showing you I hate you. Mpaka sometimes anakutemea mate. You know, there are those men are like that. Sasa
Akisema
wewe,
sijui we ni mchafu, sijui umenona, like
yeah,
we saw in this interview of Kamotho, the listen to
imagine.
interview. Yeah, can you imagine?
Anatema mate, anasema tu iko kiu.
Mm-hmm.
You are supposed to be gone. There's somebody who will cry for you, who will beg for you. You are
Yeah.
beautiful. Huh? You are unique. Huh? But if you just sit there and that somebody always tell you, and also it's happened also to men. It's not only women. There are those women who are so bad. Eh? You are not like your fellow men. Where is doing nini? Because most of the men nowadays, the women work and bring money more than them because they are drinking maybe a lot. So I think it's high time. Let us not forcing, because this forcing is the one that is bringing killing, raping. You know, those all those kind of things. I won't be for somebody who is for forcing. If you realize somebody does not need you or love you, then walk away. Because I don't believe if love goes away, it will come back. Probably. I don't know. Does it come back, by the way? Do you think there's somebody who
Let our
come on,
viewers
tell
tell
us.
us.
I don't know, maybe. Guys, do you think like that? Well, in marriage, do people fall out of love maybe 2 3 years and then they fall again, love again? I don't know. Hmm? But forcing in a marriage, that is something. You're not even happy. You cannot pray. You cannot have your relationship with God. You cannot be there for others. Hmm? For what for?
The other point, we see this marriage, the previous marriage between Kamotho and Virginia. It's like they are now full of bitterness, and there is no forgiveness.
Mm-hmm.
Kama mtu ameachwa akiachika, just forgive, because if you fail to
Ukiachwa
forgive
achika.
and move on, you harbor bitterness in your heart, and you keep on trying to find ways of revenging. As you
No.
can see, for example, in this case, we can see that Kamotho already moved on. Should we pray God to give our Mom Virginia, and we'll have her so much ability to be able to move on? We see two people, one of them is refusing to come down because of maybe bitterness and pride and lack of forgiveness, refusing to come down so that they may settle the matter, not knowing that the young ones or these lovely children are suffering kwa sababu hawataki kukuja chini. They don't want to accept. Another one is full of bitterness because of not forgiving, not accepting, and moving on. What do you think?
Um, let us try to educate our young ladies, young women who are not fortunate enough to be in, for example, in a situation or in a life that you are known to a lot, because there are still those people who are still naive. Because as I said, and somebody can correct me, Virginia was so naive in that marriage.
Yeah,
She fell for this man, and this man never loved her at one single day. I am very sure at the same time in that marriage, he's been fathering a lot of kids, even with a lot of women, because
yeah.
he's the boss, he's the judge. Yeah.
Yeah, as he
So,
said that he even had another woman that he claims to have loved, but I don't believe that because if he loved the lady, why did he in the first place let the lady go? It's
and
more of
she
the
wanted.
qualities of a womanizer, of a narcissistic, a mixture of something, but we don't want to be judgmental. We are just talking. Please let us know your opinion before we wind up our viewers. Continue our guest
Hata nilikuwa nasema nini? I'm forgotten. I was in which point?
about bitterness,
Mhm.
lack of forgiveness, failing to
Mhm.
move on. We were talking about that.
There was a point I wanted to say, now I forgot.
Mhm.
Oh my God. Yeah. Anyway, I was saying about the we can see in the now I know my point. The naivety that Virginia had. Virginia loved this guy so much, and
Genuinely.
this guy
Yeah.
never loved him. Yeah.
Hmm.
So because if you me, I started following her from the day one where she went to call all that story. I
Yeah.
started following her from the day one, and
Hmm.
Virginia is still in love with this guy.
Hmm.
She was even asked, will you go back to him? And she will say yes. If
Yes.
you go back to those old videos, she was ready. She was still fighting for her marriage and for her house and for everything. Hmm? Because there was this house he wanted to sell. And he went and because they had married, I think they have marriage certificate. Yeah, they are married. They are legally
Yeah.
married.
Hmm.
And because of that, she stopped. Yeah. So, but now it is now good that Virginia realizes that this man has so much hatred on him, on her, because she was always wanting. You see, this love we have, she was
Yeah.
still, despite all that, she was ready to go back. Because I remember Jeremiah Damaris asked her, will you still go back to the son? And he said, I will ask God about it. Like, how? Somebody's making you go viral on this world, and then you still think I'll ask God. No. So anyway, let us learn to accept. If a
And
friendship
move
is
on.
not working, if a friendship is not working,
Hmm.
not even let us not even go to relationship. Uko na manzi hapo beshte yako, a friend of you. Let's talk even women to women. Now you see a friend of you ni kama anakulenga 1 2 3. My dear friend, it is high time to walk out with everything. Anything that is not working, stop forcing it. Try to focus on your life and what you want. Because it is this forcing that brings hatred, bring fight, bring killings and everything. Let us learn to accept if something is not working, and you know as a person, but you still, in the name of the friendship, in the name of my kids, in the name of our family, in the name of this, you still keep circling. Munapendana, munarudiana, munapendana, munarudiana. What for? Of course, forgiving it's very, very important, but you should learn how to walk in peace, even without hatred. You have to accept it. Ukiato atika. You have to accept it and move on. Stop harboring bitterness, pain. My friend, it will hold you. You will not succeed. If I come in your life and I say and I realize like you don't want me, I'll come like this. And then I go like this. And I still see, my friend, I'll be gone. Hey, you will not hear me. So if we can't do that, like marriage, the same thing like that, I think it will be a better world. We have to accept, especially as Africans. Can you tell them Germans how they are? German
Wow.
mara hiyo after 2 3 months she's with another partner,
Mm-hmm.
and after
Hata
1 year
ngojei
the
divorce
partner,
iende through.
yeah, and after 2 3 years you see the
Mhm.
partners coming to the ex with her
Yeah.
partner, a new
Hmm.
partner, and life
And they
goes on.
don't and they don't have grudges. They're happy. They take coffee together.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
So it is time for us also to accept. If it's not working, support your kids, love your kids. Pray
Yeah.
that you stay the life of the kids, and fight also for your kids. Because every child, if the father is living, if the mother is living, every child should have their parents there. I think that's what I can say about that.
Chelsea, awesome. Most men will realize what they had with them was gold and it's gone. That's why they won't let the lady back by they want the lady back by force. Emerge Kenya TV. Marriage is about respect and love for each other. When both are not present, marriage cannot thrive. Very true.
Yes,
South
amen. That's it.
Africa.
Imad,
Me, when I
welcome.
listen to some ladies, I'm like, where did you get where did you get the energy to be treated that bad? Kujipenda should come first. Very true. Even the word of God
Yeah.
tells us that we should love ourselves first so that we can have that energy or that space to be able to accommodate others or even to be able to love others. Sometimes it's all about revenge and bitterness. Okay, TV, okay. It's not easy if you really love someone. Yeah, we accept it's not easy, but it is better you walk out of that relationship, walk out of that marriage when you are alive instead of walking out in a casket. Yeah.
Okay, love, okay, TV. It is not easy, I know. Because you love that guy, or you love that woman, or you love that girlfriend. It can also be in a relationship, in a friendship, yeah.
Mhm.
But what do you do if that love is it that love is hurting you? The love should not hurt. True love. How does yeah? Is it in the Bible? I can't remember that verse about love. What is love? Love is joy. Love is faith. Love is
It
love
is
is
peace.
everything. Love is peace.
Mhm.
So if somebody is doing one, two, three, four, five things over and over and over, 1, 2, 3, 4 years, do you think that person love you? And you still sit there in the name he will love me back again? My friend. Learn how to accept it and heal and walk away. And
Mhm.
you're gonna find a true love. Every woman should be. By the way, I had that quote yesterday
Okay.
in my phone. Let me even read it. Yesterday
Mhm.
I saw it in Instagram, and
Okay.
I felt it was very nice to it was a small quote, and people were very very positive about it, because in a
Please
relationship
read it for us. Mhm.
you deserve to be with someone who thanks God for you. Can
Wow.
you see it?
Mhm.
Hmm?
Yeah, I can see it. You deserve to
So if you
be with someone
cannot
who thanks
be
God.
thankful
Yeah.
for your partner, you deserve to be with someone who thanks God for you. If you cannot thank God for
Mhm.
your partner, cry to God and tell God almost every day, thank you that you gave me my husband, you gave us our kids. And you cannot, at the same time, you cannot do that as a woman, as a man. Thank you for my wife. When I come home, the warm is there, and my house is clean, my home, my children is happy, my home. You are always looking forward to come home to find your wife. If you cannot do that, it's high time you think of that, because you should be with someone who loves you, who accepts you, who appreciates you, who treats you well. If it's not like that, then you're in a wrong place.
As we have said, Sari, there is no way your partner can be thankful to God if they are not in a peaceful relationship with you, if they are not happy with you, if there is no joy in that relationship. Please, a combination of all this makes your partner be thankful to God because of you. Thank God because of my wife. Thank God because of the kids. Thank God because of a good relationship, good marriage,
Hmm.
where love is being served. That's the way forward. Karanja
Yeah.
Kamau, ha 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 ha, mimi nacheka tu hapa. Ati uvumilie kupigwa cause unampenda. Who hurts that who he loves? Ladies jamani, ingine ni ujinga, sio love. Very true. I agree with you Karanja Kamau. Yeah, huwezi vumilia tu kwa sababu unafikiria na kupenda. That's very true.
Do you
So what
remember
have
when?
we learned?
Mhm.
Okay. Continue our guest.
No, only my last point.
Mhm.
Do you remember that relationship you had when you got married?
Yeah.
You're always holding hands, you're always cuddling, you're always when you go to bed, you are warming each other, you're like sleeping close. If you don't have that, then something somewhere is wrong. I can
Something
say that.
somewhere is amiss.
Something somewhere is amiss. Even if the children come. Okay, sometimes children come and they enter inside.
Yeah.
But somewhere, somehow, it comes back always. It's like this.
Mhm.
Hmm? If it's like munapitana huko na kwingine, I can say then think twice. It should be something that you appreciate being there.
Yeah.
Marriage is sweet. Marriage works, by the way. Marriage works. It really works.
Yeah.
Marriage is nice. Hmm?
Mhm.
So that
And
I think
love
that's
is a good thing.
love is sweet. Life is good. Love is
Yeah.
everything. You
Mhm.
can have money, but without love, you're nothing. Hmm? But you can
That's
love
very
have
true.
money even without money, you'll be at peace. Hmm?
Mhm.
So I love love. I love marriages. Marriages works. I believe in marriages. But don't let somebody use you like a tissue paper, beat you, cheat on you day and day, throw you down, disrespect you. Don't. You are not worth it. You're beautiful. You're wonderful. You're someone unique. So anyway, those are my last shots of words. And thank you so much, and Crider, for inviting me. We went. I think we went so deep, about it. And guys, I'm also a YouTuber, Sally Crossworld. If you have not subscribed to me, kindly come and join our family. We have this kind of talks. I do immigration. I do kind of story, lifestyle, and everything. You will see, and I'll appreciate to have you as a fan, a subscriber, and everything. Okay.
Wow. Thank you very much. Good remarks. Let me read some last comments here. Relationship is all told to God in the Bible. Love is love. There is no pain in it. There is pain. If there is pain, he or see your love. Very true, Atoti. It's fair. It fades so quick. Ama na
It's
kuzeeka.
in anamaanisha it's in a
Ina
disappear,
fade.
in a fade. Yeah, I think she meant that. But then it is
Yeah.
not yet the right one, my dear. It cannot fade.
Karanja Kamau, mbarikiwe sana, hata wewe ubarikiwe. We are happy that you joined us. So we have learned to stay in places where love is being served, because love is peace, love is joy, love is everything, has everything good in it. And if we are in relationships or marriages that love is not being served, let us learn to walk out and accept and move on and forgive, and we are going to heal. Tante Africa, I have enjoyed the topic, was very uplifting. Thank you, Tante. We are so happy that you joined us. Emerge Kenya TV, thanks, ladies. It was a great listening to you. Thank you so much for joining us, Emerge TV. You are the next guest. Prepare yourself, we are coming for you. Emerge TV Kenya also. Thank you so much
By
for
the
joining
way,
in.
yeah. By the way,
Thank
I
you
can
so
also,
much for joining in. And as you have heard, Sari Klaus was our guest today, and she has a YouTube channel as well. She's a wonderful woman, and she has some good content in her channel. Please, if you've not subscribed to her channel, go and subscribe, and I promise you will not regret. She has informative videos and everything. It's a cocktail of every good thing that you can imagine. Thank you so much, our guest,
oh,
and
cocktail. That's a new
thank
one.
you, our viewers, also for joining us. May God bless you, and see you in the next video. Bye bye. Until next time.
Bye. Thank you.
Bye. Bye.